Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. To start off with, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a challenging myself episode using some paper from my stack. I have pulled the top two pieces of paper from my stack, and I want you guys to let me know which one you want me to use and create a card with. And let me tell you, there are different papers. Okay, paper A is this purple with circles. Paper B is this bright orange and white stripe. Which would you like to see me make a card with tomorrow? And I want to use up the whole sheet of paper, so I'll be making a couple projects with it. I'll also do a community post as to A or B. Just let me know in the description below, and I'll see what I can come up with tomorrow. But today's card is kind of going to be different for me. I'm using a new stencil. Well, I've had this one for a while. It's a GinaK Modern Poinsettia, and I have not used it yet, so I want to use it, but I'm not going to make it look like a poinsettia. I'm going to be making a Mother's Day card, and I'm going to be using honeybee stamps. This one's for the girls. I got this last year, and I love that. And I want to put with love on Mother's Day or Happy Mother's Day on the card. I'm thinking I love this with love on Mother's Day, so I want to put that on there. All right, my card. I also have an envelope because I'm going to stencil on the envelope. My card is white. It's going to be a vertical card today. This measures 10 inches by 7 inches. Crease it at your 5-inch mark, fold it over, and give it a good creasing with your bone folder or scissor handle or whatever you have. And then I'm using a piece of black. This is 4 5/16 by 6 3/8. And then the new color by GinaK, Sunkissed Coral. This piece measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then a piece of white. This measures 4 by 6. And this is what I'm going to be doing my work on, and I'm going to be staggering the placement on the envelope. So I need to start with stamping, because on the bottom of this, I want to stamp with love on Mother's Day across the bottom. That's the first thing I need to do, because after that, I'm going to stencil on there. And I don't want to have the stenciling interfere with my stamping. I'll put it in this way. And I have used this stamp before, so it does not need conditioned. And I want that just on the very bottom of the card. And I'll use my Nocturne VersaFine Clair for that. And I'll do one more stamping. I think those pieces of paper I pulled out are not the prettiest paper in the world. But as I said, I want to use up my stash, so help me do that. Okay, now I'm going to clean that off, and that looks really good. I can put that stamp away, and I am done stenciling, or stamping. Now I need to start the stenciling. Pardon me. Tuck that away, and I'm done with that. All right, now I'll get out my stencil mat. And this is a waffle flower grip mat. Unfortunately, they don't make this size anymore, but I guess they're coming out new ones. I would love a 12 by 12 mat. That would be awesome. Okay. I got a little smudge up here. Let's see if I can... must have been some ink on my mat. Now, this is a 4-part stencil, and I want to center it, and some of these will go off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my washi tape trick. It doesn't always work. It often does. I'm going to put the corners of my stencil inside the washi tape corners and see if I can get them to line up this way. Many times it does, but sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the stencil. Okay, now I am using the new color, the Sunkissed Coral, and I stepped it up to a little bit darker. And on here it looks orange, but this is just a darker shade of this one. This is Coral Reef. Now get out my orange brush and a piece of scrap paper here, and just get off whatever color may have already been on there, which would have been pretty. I probably could have just went with this. That looks good. Now I'm going to do the Sunkissed Coral for the first layer. And yes, I'm going to be using an alcohol ink marker later on. Oh, that is such a pretty color. And I'm just going to do like one coat. And I'm only going to go one direction today instead of two directions. All right, that is layer one. Set that aside. Now layer two. Let's see if this will line up in my corners like it should. Not quite. You see it's off a little bit. Now this should cover up most of that. All right. Now I'm going to use the Coral Reef on this one. And I'm using a lighter hand. I'm not really pressing down on this one. I want to add in a little bit of shading here. So that's perfect. This gets it just a hair into my wording, which is why I stamped my wording first. Okay, because the center one, I believe, doesn't have an extra flower with it. Let me see how that looks. Oh, that's pretty. It's going to look like a poinsettia, but hopefully not a poinsettia, if I catch my drift, which I don't. But I haven't used the stencil, so we're all going to see together. And this almost fits. Lining up wise. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the Sunkissed Coral. I'm doing a Mother's Day card because I signed up for a craft show that happens just before Mother's Day. So I thought, well, I'll try it. And this is pretty much going to look like a poinsettia. Maybe I should have used the yellow instead. I'm trying to play with the new colors I got. And one is Butterscotch. And if I would have done this as a yellow flower, it wouldn't have looked as much like a poinsettia as this one is looking. But that's okay. It's just a flower. Oh, okay. That's not bad. Now this one is supposed to do the center of the flowers and then lines on the outside. I want to do the center of the flower in the darker Coral Reef, but I want to do the other circles in soft stone. So I'm just going to be very careful here. Well, let me use one of my, oh, it doesn't want to come out of the container. I have these little blending brushes. I'll just use that. These are nice. It took me a while before I purchased any, but it helps with this. It keeps me in line. Okay. So that's a Sunkissed Coral. Now, I guess I'll stick with this brush in gray to do the others, the soft stone. I thought by putting gray in that maybe it wouldn't look so much like a poinsettia. And these ones are just generic. I do have a couple of, oh no, these are my GinaK ones. I do have some generic ones that have a longer bristle, and they work really well too. But the one order, I needed a little extra to get the incentive set, so I ordered some of her brushes, and I really like them. And I also just re-signed up for the Simon Says stamp card kit of the month because I liked the new stamp set that was in it. Now this one I want to go down. I don't want to go over where the words actually are. So I will stop there. All right, now comes the reveal time to see how much of a poinsettia this Mother's Day card is going to look like. Not too bad. Definitely poinsettia-ish. All right, now I'm going to leave this on here, but I'm going to clean it off a little bit because I want to stencil on the envelope. I wanted to clean off any ink. And then I'm just going to take a paper towel just to dry it off, just in case there's something wet on here. And you can see there's some green on there. And I don't want to get that on my envelope. Need to take this over to the sink and give it a good bath. Just some warm water. You can use soap if you want to, like a mild dish soap. All right. On the envelope, I just want to do one of the flowers. And I'll just use whatever's on my brush here. And I'll just do it pretty much all the same color. I think that's the one. Yep, that's the one I used. And then I'm smashing the bristles on the center just to make it a little darker. And there. And there's the flower on my envelope that matches the card. Okay. Take this off and put it on the mat. And I'll set that aside to wash later on. Now to put this card together. And these definitely need to be washed. All right. Now I'm thinking of a slightly different layout. I want the black to be up here in the corner. Kind of like that. This is going to be off center. And then I want the coral to come down like that. Now this, I'm going to put right in the center, but I want to pop that up with my foam tape. I have a little bit of this left, and then I'll put you on pause while I go get my new roll. I don't see I have any more left over here because that's the end of my roll. So I'm going to pause you, get my roll. Okay, I got my new roll, but then I found another scrap of this foam tape. So I'm just going to use up the scrap. I wish they would put something on the cardboard roll, because once you get to the cardboard, you can't use that. So if they coated the cardboard with something, then you could use it all the way down. But that's, you know, I just get the inexpensive tape, so it's not worth it probably for them. And I've not had any problems or issues with this tape coming undone in the years that I've been carding. All right, now I'm going to stand up to get that centered as best as I can. Now to add some bling, I have some rhinestones, and I think I want to do the bigger ones in the center of the flower, but I've pulled out, this is called R588 Scarlet, which you would think, ooh, it's bright red, but no, it's not. It should be, if I'm thinking correctly, almost coral. Yes, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 of the large ones. Get them all colored in. Of course, it might look nice to have it in silver. All right. I like these Cricut scissors, but they keep getting tweezers, but they keep getting stuck in my basket. Come on. Do I like that? Or would silver be better? I think silver would make it look more like a poinsettia. And I'm trying to get away from that thought. Just make it look like a coral flower. And that took the glue off the back. So I'm going to put a little dab of glue here. Now I'll do 1, 2 small ones in the same color. Come on. And they all want to come off together. These ones look individual, but they're all on a string. And I just took the glue off, so let's put some glue. Let's just take the glue off all of them. Oh, I didn't do a center on this one. Okay, where's that stencil? All right, this one needs a center. Get my brush back out. Oh dear, and I got some off to the side. So now I got to clean my card. That was not a brilliant move on my part. And that one I didn't color. Okay, let me see if I can salvage this. All right. A sand eraser. Yes, that worked. Good. I didn't get much on there. That shows you. Be careful what you're doing. Okay, it needs a little bit more bling. I think I'll take some of these small ones and put on, you know, let me just pull the strip off here and see if I can keep them on the glue. That's what I mean. They're on a strip. So just randomly, as random as I can get, at least, put them on the card and not on my fingernails. Okay, 2 of them that time. Oh, but you know what? I need to put something down here now. Let's see what I have here. I don't think I want to put any rhinestones down there. So that is a possibility. I've got some strips. What if I put a silver strip? Which may make it look too Christmassy. And I'm really not wanting Christmas for a Mother's Day card. But I think, do I like that? I kind of do. So let me get my scissors. I'm going to try these. I haven't tried them yet. These are the new GinaK ones I got free in the kit. Okay. And then do I want one going across? Yeah, I think I do. All right, so I need to find another straight one. This one has some of the edges are curled and some of them are straight. It just depends on where. These are from, if I believe, StampOnIt. Yeah, StampOnIt.net. I get these at rubber stamping, scrapbooking shows. And I'm going to crisscross that. I was thinking of cutting that off at the top, but I think I want to leave a little crisscross edge. All right, and it doesn't look too Christmassy. Okay, that fills that in nicely. Now, oh, had it upside down. Put that back on there because you can still use them. All right. Do we need anything else? Oh, we need a little sparkle in the flowers. I don't think I want to use stickles today. I'm just going to use my Stella in clear. And I'm just going to do the center petals, I think. It gives just a hint of shine without being over and in your face. And I think if I just do the center portion of the petals, it's just enough without being overt. Yep, and that one, I need a little glue on that. Rhinestone came off. Okay. I am getting a Christmas vibe, but it's not too bad, I don't think. I'll try this again off camera in yellows, and I'll post it for you to see what you think. But that's my card for today with, oh, and look, don't store your brush near your envelope. That will not come off, so I'll have to do a new envelope. But envelopes are too thin. I'll show you why it won't come off. It rips the paper and still stays. I don't know what the difference is, but it comes off the cardstock nicely. But thank you so much for watching. And again, let me know which paper you want me to work with tomorrow. Purple A or bright orange B. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.